What's up, traders? Welcome to Cattle in Charge, where I document my journey from beginning to profitable trader. If you're learning the ropes or building your strategy, or just want to follow along as I grow in real time, you're in the right place. Hey, be sure to subscribe, tap the bell, and let's learn this game together. Some of you know me, Will Palmer. I started January 1st, 2025. I wrote my vision board, and I had a goal of mastering the art of trading, developing a reliable skill set that creates steady income, and then also building a legacy that I can teach my children and loved ones and people who I meet online, right? And so I created this space to document the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And you'll see the tools that I use, the setups that I trade, the scanners I work with, and the lessons that I learned along the way. But here's the thing, it's not just about me, it's about building a community of like minded traders who are serious about growth, discipline, and financial freedom. And so let's light that candle, stay in charge, and level up together. And so today, it's Saturday, April 19th, 2025. The markets have been closed since Thursday. I'm testing out a new watch list alert and a new chart alert that I'm using in ThinkorSwim. I had it made where I made it up here, and basically, it's for identifying if a stock is trading above or below the 200, if price, right? If price is above or below the 200 moving average, exponential moving average. That's the one that I use here. Because my dilemma, my issue, I would find myself getting into horrible entries and staying in that. I get into the entry, and it seems like maybe as soon as I got in, maybe 10 seconds after I got in, price would just drop. And I mean, oh my goodness. Um, and so I'd spend the next hours in that trade just hoping and praying and wishing that it could just get back to where I started, right? And inevitably, if I didn't end up cutting my losses, if it finally did get back to where I started, I'd go ahead and sell my position, maybe make a 10-cent profit. I'm not doing large orders right now. I'm still learning the fundamentals. Or even if I'm in the demo account, I'd sell, and as soon as I sell, price would just skyrocket. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? And so I was speaking with my mentor, and he shared with me that, Will, one of the first things you have to do is make sure that if you're getting into a buy position, you want to make sure that the that price is above the 200 EMA. And he would say it, and I would do it. I get into a trade, and I think I'm doing. And I just maybe I was zoomed in too much on the screen, and I would see the setup, and I would get in, and then I'd show him my screenshot. It's like, Will, where's the 200? So what I did, that led me to getting this scanner, this alert. And so you see it here. It's two places. One right here on the screen, this blue. So this blue bar here, if price is above the 200 moving average, then and you see right here, this is price right here. The 200 moving average is this purple line. If price is above the 200 moving average, then it will be blue. And you see it here also on this chart. Um, if price is above the 200 moving average, then it will display in as blue on this chart here. And so, and then if price is below the 200 moving average, right, then it will show up as gray. It will show up as gray here. Let's go to this one here just so we can see example. So GTech, it's blue, and you see that price is way up here, um, above the 200 moving average. SAN, it is blue here and blue here. So it is trading above the 200 moving average. TSLR, blue, trading above. TDTH, okay. So this is gray right here, and it's gray here, and it is So that should indicate that price is below the 200 moving average, and sure enough, it's gray. And so TSLL, it is blue, and it is 0.1%, or I guess would that be 10%? It's right above um, the 200 moving average. TNON, negative 1.7. So that's going to be below the 200 moving average, and sure enough, it is. So that it's really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I have my watch list loaded. I'm going to activate the on demand feature, which is in thinkorswim. It allows you to go back to a previous time. So I have my watch list set up here for March 27th, and we're just going to go through some trades. I have my charts here loaded, and so these are the stocks that I'm going to be watching for them to either be above the 200 moving average and looking for an entry, or to be below the 200 moving average, and I'll just kind of ignore it until it's time, until it starts to make a move. So stay tuned. Let me go ahead and get this uh, on demand feature. You see it's still buffering here. Let me get it set up, and we'll go ahead and run the charts in a few moments. All right, so we're in on demand, and we're going to go ahead and schedule the date. We want the 27th of March, and we're going to go right before pre-market, so maybe 9:25 a.m. and hit go. Give that a chance to start buffering. And so what I want to do is first just go to my watch list, or my chart list, and see what's going on with price, right? So right now, it's still buffering, so we don't have anything to really look at right now. But what I want to do is identify where my 9:30 opening market entries should be, right? Who's setting up um, for success, early morning success? Where do I want to invest my time? And then what should I avoid? And so looking here on the chart, so we have 9:25 and 23 minutes. So this is based on the market getting ready to open, right? Of course, you have your pre-market trading, but this is just for starting at 9:30 in the regular open market session. And so you see here TSLL, TNON, TSLR, AUR, MIST, GTEC, UAMY, SLNO. All right, so bullish setup detected for TNON. Okay, so this is TNON right here, 926. So it looks like it's above. Okay, so let's look at what we're here to see. It's above the 200 EMA. Okay, how about TSLL? So currently it is below the 200 EMA. We did just get a good looking potential reversal doji candle. Okay, so I'll be watching that. TSLR, similar situation to TNON, where it's below 1.76 percent below the 200, but we might have a reversal candle coming up here, so that'd be something to watch. A lot of times price surges towards the beginning of the bell. AUR, so we have prices above the 200. Okay. NIST, blue, prices above the 200. We're buffering a little bit, so you don't see anything going on here. G-Tech, prices below the 200 EMA. UAMY, and then SLNO. Okay. So TSLL, we got the doji, but then looks like price went even lower. But okay, it's creeping up now. TNON. Low volume, TSLR. TSLL has a lot of volume going on. Let's just go to the charts. So, okay, we have TSLL moving up quick. We have about a minute, just over a minute before the markets open. TNON is above the 200. TSLR. Market's about to open. Hit the wrong button. So I'm looking for, with this volume, TSLL to break. Got a volume candle here. Also TNON. TSLR. TSLL. So, okay, let's go ahead and market just opened. TNON, that's going up. $266. Okay, one share here. That's TNON, TSLL. Oh wow, just that quick. It broke above the 200. So with this, I would wait for the 20 to get above the 200 as well. Before entering a trade. So I'm in a trade, one share for TNON. With TSLL, I can say I want the 20, which is this yellow one, to be above the 200 as well before getting into a trade. Oh wow, look at this here. TSLR. So huge move. It's made a high. So one of the things I've been noticing also, the difference between a reversal and a pullback. So let's say prices dipped here a little bit. The MACD is still wide open. I would and you see how it's getting green volume candles. So it's more of a just like a little retracement, a pullback. So I'll wait for the lowest low and it should come back up so I can make an entry. Okay, TSLL still not above the 200. So right now I have a low of $17.08. So if price comes back to there, let's just say 1709, then I would get in for so I'm waiting for I would wait for my reversal next candle to make a new high, right? So then we got here 16.99, so $17. I would get in. I'll go ahead and remove that one. Okay, TNON. Did I not get into my trade? Hmm. TSLL. How's that look? So okay, we are above the 200 now. TSLR. All right, so I'm in at price hit my 1701 or my $17. It went the wrong way. We're buffering. Okay, so TNON out the gate, going up. TNON. Okay, it's coming down. So TSLL has crossed over. We're just waiting to see that the 200 EMA, I'm sorry, that the 20 EMA crosses over the 200. Okay, TNON, little retracement. So again, we one huge thing is being able to tell the difference between a pullback versus a reversal. And so right now prices going up. You have these long tail candles. I would not want to get into a trade in the middle of a move. I'd wait for a pullback, knowing it's a pullback because the 9 EMA, which is green line, is still going with price, and then this the MACD is still wide open. Okay, so we have TSLL pulling back a little bit, and so I'll set an entry for, let's say, $10.79. It's going down a little further, so maybe reduce that to 1078. So that's 1077. It's even lower now, so it's at 1070, 1071. So maybe set an entry for 1072. If it breaks 1072, then we'll be in for a trade. $10.71. Okay, boom, it just broke over 1071. I'm in. TSLL. Oh, this is TSLL. Okay. TSLR. I'm in here. Okay. TNON. Okay, I have a doji, so I would be waiting for, I have double tops and I have a doji here. And so retracement, so maybe 279, 281. Going up, I missed my entry. Maybe get a pullback. Okay, so we have a doji here, double top, but the MACD is still wide open. So I'm going to look for it to break through on the next candle, 280. So we have an entry for 280. And then what's the level 2 saying also? This is TNON, TNON, 277. So what we're looking at right now, yes, prices retracing a little bit. However, at the same time, the MACD is still wide open. You're getting, and it's, all right, so I'm in at 279. 279 because that candle had a low of 279, and so I wanted to get in above that for the next candle to make a new high. All right, so I'm in 3 positions right now. Go to my charts. TNON, TLSR, and TSLL. T TSLR. Okay, so actually down 4 cents in this right now. Waiting for the retracement. MACD still wide open. Well, not wide open, but one of the other things that I noticed also, the 9 EMA, when prices with the 9 EMA, you usually got a good thing going on until it crosses over. Tracement $17. Okay. So I'm in TSLR. Okay. Okay, so I am down 17 cents right now. All right, TNON. TSLL. All right, so just gonna continue to watch these three here. Okay, so it actually retraced a little further. Have a doji here, so maybe price is getting ready to 295. $17.05. Whoa, 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 whoa! What just happened here? Just bought 102 shares. Okay, well, it's the demo. All right, what's trading 1683? Okay, so it turned around. Okay. TSLL. TNON. I am, like it might be winding down. I may have missed my peak at $3.18. Could be a retracement. Look like it's going back up. Okay, okay, okay. Mm. Okay, so TSLL, TSLR, TSLL. So TNON. Looks like it's making a run. Okay, good, good, good. Looking good. So you see the different color candles here. I have a setting on it to where if it's a regular candle going, regular buy candle, it's green. But if it makes a new high, then it turns gray. In the same respect, if it is a selling candle, it's red. But if it makes a new low, then it turns pink. Helps me to identify what the candle in charge is. So cool. So that's being said, if I have a gray candle that's going up, then that will be my candle in charge. And then if the next candle that opens up is not gray, meaning it's either green or it's red, then it's going to be a lower candle. I may have reached my the high of that move, and then it'd be time to start looking for an exit. Um, so that's what we're looking for other exit indicators. You're starting to see, well, one, this here shooting star. So yeah, that shooting star is not good. You're getting lower volume on the MACD. Um, Squeezing out a little bit more, but these long tail candles, shooting star, smaller volume on the MACD. Um, those are all indications that the move is wrapping up, and so I would expect to get a color change in very short order. Just watch the other two right quick. That's TNON, another okay. TSLR and TSLL. All right, another shooting star. So might want to go ahead and take profit. So this is what I'm in one share. So maybe what is this? $3.19. 324. See if I can get 324. So okay, I'm out of that position. I'm good. Why am I out? Well, I have double tops here. All right. Um, Double tops indicate a high of day. The move, it's already given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 really good candles. And so that move, you should start to come to an end. It's the distance between price and the 200 overextended, so you would be looking for that to come back. You want price, the 200 and the 20 to all be like friends hanging out together. Uh, when they get far, far away, that's when bad things start to happen. The move becomes overextended, and look at here, we have our double top or double tweezer tops or what have you. Not really tweezer tops, but two long tail candles. Um, Closing right around the same position, which that would be an indication of the reversal, or it could be a retracement. But even if it was a pullback, I would get out, wait for my new candle in charge to form, and then buy the next candle to make a new high. All right, and so that's TNON. We're still in trades with TSLL and with TSLR. So TSLL and TSLR. TSLL, this is the one where, okay, looking good still. Was a little pullback, but everything's still looking strong with this here. The 9 EMA is still hanging out with price. It looks like it had a small little pullback, but that's fine. So, okay, so when you get the pullback, we had your double tops here, double tops, but the MACD is still wide open with that, right? Pullback, waiting for the next candle to make a new high. So you enter here. And so typically when you get that action going on, you should expect price to just break through So $11 is the resistance right now. Once it's going to test the resistance, might do that a couple of times. And then once it breaks through resistance, you should see it squeeze up to the next zone, right? If there is no more high, then look for it to either race up to the next half dollar or to the next full dollar. Um, so this is TSLL. Next, we want TSLR, the one that I fat fingered and did not check my price on. So, okay, here we have 102 shares. Oh my goodness. All right, so what do we have going on? MACD opening up. Okay, we have a high here. Lower volume. So MACD's open. I would same concept as with TSLL. I would be looking for prices testing the high right now of 1745, and I would be looking for it to, if it's holding right now and the MACD is still open. I don't like that long tail, but this is like a little retracement. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not thinking, what I'm expecting is that it's going to break through 1745, break through 1750, and then go to the next zone, make a new high. TSLR, TSLR. Okay, so MACD is still open. We have some, that was a long candle there. 1730. So we have some 1750. Okay, we just popped through. We tested price, tested 1750. Okay, I like it. It's the level 2 is showing some sellers at high levels. So okay, look at here on the time and sales, 1752. Is there, okay, the high of day, high of day is 1777. So that might be the next resistance. We're trading 1750. This TSLR. So it's still doing its thing. Okay. So let's go back here. So TNON, I'm out of that. See some of our other AUR below the 200. UAMY below the 200. seems to be making a little jump. Making a move down. Okay. AUR looks like it's approaching the 200. Okay, so AUR it's testing the 200. It's been, four of the one, two, three, four, five. Four of the last five candles it's tested the 200, and so I'd be looking for it to break through or get smacked down. Okay, so it's broken. It's crossed over the 200 EMA. So that's a good. So it just see here turn blue. Okay, that's a good thing. So trading at, okay, there goes your pop right there. Check out my charts. So I'm in trades right now on TSLL, and we see that the 9 EMA is still holding strong, as well as TSLR. All right, so AUR, we're watching that, and we're also watching MIST kind of far off. UAMY, UAMY is okay. That's just gone, crossed over. Wow. Okay. AUR got a little breakout, and then UAMY just crossed. Price has crossed over the 200, but we do not have our confirmation candles, which or confirmation indicators, which would be the 20 crossing over the 200, and then we would just wait for our setup and be good for a trade. All right. So UAMY and AUR. Oh wow, AUR. Okay, doing a little something. And so we're not necessarily looking to get into this trade here because the move has already happened. But again, we want to be safe with it because it could just as quick as it has come across the 200 EMA, it could also see this doji right here. It could drop down real quick. So before we enter a trade, we want to make sure, or enter a buy, we want price to be over the 200, but we also want the 20 EMA to be over the 200. All right. And so we'll continue to monitor. How about UAMY? How's that looking? All right. So UAMY, the 20 is just about over the 200. Once we do that, once that happens, then we can start looking at a trade. $225, maybe $227. Let's go maybe 226. We don't want to anticipate when it's going to happen. We just want it to. Once this here crosses, then we can entertain a trade. Discipline. We don't want to. UNY crossed over. Golden cross alert. That's a good thing. Okay, so now it's crossed. Okay, so then 226. Nope. It's 220, still at 224. 225. Okay, so we're in for one share at 225. Okay, what is AUR looking like? AUR, so we have just crossed the 200, 222. Can we get 223? So I'm in at 2. So AUR and UAMY. So AUR at 224. And then UAMY at 225. And so we have 4 positions right now that are open. TSLL, TSLR. Okay. Okay, so TSLL. So again, I noticed that it seemed like as long as the 9 EMA, if price is riding that 9 EMA, good things are happening. And then you get your exit indicators, your double tops or what have you, your lower lows, and things that say it's time to get out. Don't overstay your welcome, but right now that price is still riding. You might get a couple of retraces, a couple pullbacks, but that's totally fine. It's when the 9 EMA crosses over the 20, that's when the move is totally over. Um, but that's just an observation that I've made. What is this? TSLR. So here's another thing. It's price is trending up. Drawings. Okay, hold on, something going on here. Look like it uncrossed. So I did get the alert for the bearish crossover. And the 9 EMA is close to the 20, but so I'm looking here. MACD is closed, so I'm expecting that price would go down here. Now, technically, I should have gotten out here, or maybe even here when the MACD closed, and then just take this to the next low and get back in if that's something that price was going to do. Um, but still learning. This is the demo account, correct? Okay. So this is TSLR. How's TSLL looking? TSLL, is that where it just was? Well, they're almost doing the same thing. All right, MACD is closed, so this is like a false hope type of candle right here. I'll wait for these volume bars to start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then the MACD opens up again with green. Okay, did it cross the Look at that, it kissed it, but it didn't cross over, so it might still be in play. So that'll be the candle, that'd be the lowest low right there. Hammer, next candle to make a new high. Might be back in business. Okay. TSLR. Same. Oh my, is this the same stock being traded? I mean, it did the exact same move. So TSLR, TSLL. It's like I'm watching the same thing happening, just at two different price points. Okay. What about these other ones that we have? AUR. So AUR, I am down 3 cents. How about UAMY? I'm up 2 cents. Okay. So TSLL. All right, it's trying to come back up a little something. TNON. TNO. Okay, making a move. So the time to have gotten into this would have been right here. SLNO is in the above the 200 now. SLNO. Look like it's testing $70 as resistance. TSLR, TSL, same thing. Okay, so MACD was still closed, made a quick run up. Made a high. We have a shooting star here. So it looks like maybe $11.16 is resistance. It's going to test. So it's TSLL. So TSLL here, TSLR here. TSLR, the MACD is open. Made a nice hammer here. Open MACD and hammer, that should indicate price is getting ready to go up. Hit this resistance at $17.71. SL and O. So we have trading above the 200. This is your candle in charge here. Went up, came down, hitting resistance at $70. TSLL, TSLR, AUR, AUR, I'm back to break even. U, AMY, 6 cents. TSLL, okay, has it crossed? So it still has not crossed. The 9 EMA has still not crossed over the 20 EMA, which means that the move technically is still alive. It's not over till they cross each other. That's it's touching. I mean, it's a little. Uh-oh. TSLR. Same thing. G-Tech. TSLR was up, I think, high of $50. So I'm $15 down right now. And so, good time to point out the difference. So let's say here, TSLL, TSLR, both making very similar moves, only difference being the number of shares that I have, right? 1 share of TSLL, 102 shares of TSLR. And so if you have, so I'm up 20 cents, right? And so 1 share goes up 20 cents. I'm up 20, or I guess 22 cents in this situation. Then I'm up 22 cents. If you have 100 shares that go up 22 cents, then it's 100 times. Well, I guess in this case, it must be 28 cents. It's $28. If I have 1,000 shares, then it'd be $280, and so on and so forth. 10,000 shares, $2,000. Okay. So the good thing, we are above the 200. We knew that it wanted to come back down to the 200 at some point, and it's just testing this resistance line, right? It's just testing $11.16. Might test it once or twice more, and then once it breaks through, then it should give it a nice pop. Okay, AUR, TSLL, okay, UAMY, TSLR, AUR, okay. So UAMY, good profit, 7 cents profit with this here. So I've heard it said that 10 cents per share is good profit. 10 cents per share is good profit. Now looking here, where do we get in at? We got in when 200, so let's say here, right? If this is our candle in charge, how do we look at our risk to reward? So candle in charge, this is, let's go here. So 1 cent candle, right? So if you look at the R, it will tell you how much the candle is worth. And so that's a 1 cent candle. And so if we're doing a 1 to 3 ratio, so what we'll do is we'll draw our line here. All right. They're the same. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, we're fine. All right, so hold on, TSLL. Hold on, we'll come back to this lesson later. TSLL. All right, so okay, we're back in business now, baby. Let's we'll table that discussion and doing profit ratios and profit loss or what have you. So let's come here to, no, we just want to restore the cell. Okay, TSLL, TSLR, UAMY. All right. So both of them looking at some action going on. TNON. Well, I haven't heard that name in a while. Okay. Okay. TSLR. Okay. So you're testing 1117. You're testing 1772. Both MACD is open. It's just opening up for TSL or TSLL. Watch it do what it do. Okay, it broke through. They both broke through at the same time. Look at that. Look at that. That was a if I could move. That was a 16-cent candle. TSLR is broken through. So that was your pullback. So this was your candle in charge here. Runs up, small pullback. Next candle to make a new high, right? So what, 11.40, $11.10. Next candle to make a new high, and it is pretty. Okay, so this is TSLL making its run. 11.40, 11.33, 11.40. TSLR is doing this thing now. Not really sure on how to do this here. Okay, it's going, it's going, it's going. So do we have double tops here? TSLR. Move down 10 cents. Is this a pullback or is this a reversal? MACD is still open. So the level 2, TSLL and TSLL. All right, so it's hit a wall of resistance at 40. Just have some big buyers going on right now. Do we see anything above? Look, so this must have been just a huge buyer at 1140. $11.39. Okay. 1038, 1037. It's still testing. So it's holding and it's wide open still. And we have that's seeing this tells me that it's still a strong move. I do not see any heavy hitters like large 100,000 share on the level 2. It's holding 41. Okay, it's about to pop through. We just got 41, 42. So it's about to pop through that right there. Boom, right there. And watch it rip. Watch it rip. Go on and rip now. Stop playing. All right, hit a little indecision, but 42, 43. And same thing over here for the TSLR. You have some strong volume candles here, right? Buying's at 100%. Buying's at 98%. So this is the buying percentage versus the selling percentage on these candles that are forming here. So this candle that's forming right now, it has 98% buying volume. This candle that's forming right here, it has 98% buying. The buyers are in control, 98%. Sellers at only 1%. So you have all these indicators that tell us that this is still a good strong move. You have the 9 EMA. It's right now the only thing that could be an issue is that this is, it price gets overextended from the 9 EMA. But Price is steadily going a little higher though. I mean, 1146. Wow, look at these huge. So the way that the level two works is you have the three numbers that are shown, and then you add two zeros. So this is 500, no, 50,000. This is 70,000 shares at. So this must have just been a huge sale. Okay, we're 1151. These are orders that are being placed. These are actually orders that have been processed here at the bottom. So processing for 1150, 1151, 1151, 15,000 shares. No, that was 150,000 shares. 54, 54 coming in. Wow, did you see that? That was, it goes by so quick. That was like 200,000 shares processed. So that's not 10,000, that's 10,000 add two zeros. That's a million shares. Good gracious. So 10,000, right? Because 1, comma, 123, comma, 123. That would be a million shares. I got to figure out what it is that this company does. So 1,000 shares processed would be 10,000 shares. Let me see. One equals, so adding two zeros. So no, 1,000 is 100,000. Steadily going up though. I like it. Check on the other two, AUR and UAMY. 1 cent in profit in AUR. What did I buy at? 724? Did I miss something? MIST. Okay, it's above. Okay, okay. Got that so price. Okay. So we have prices above. This be a good move right here. So active trader, $2.18. No, I do not want 100 shares. I want one share, $2.18. Send it. I'm in. One share of MIST. SLNO. So if I got in, I would want to get in here where it's at the low, not in the middle where it's about to hit resistance. Now, if it pops through, that'd be great. Maybe set an entry at $70.10 or $70 and 5 cents. But I would wait for it to come back down TUAMY. So UAMY, I am 14 cents in profit. Okay, I got a little something. So got a nice little candle here. Okay, so I'll come back to these 14 cents. 10 cents is good profit. The MACD wide open. Got some good selling volume going on both of these, so that's good. That's promising. TSLL, TSLR. Both of these continuing up beautifully. Well, I gotta wait for TSL. Yeah, there it is. TSLR. Okay. There you go. That's how you get rid of all that stuff. So again, these are continuing to move up. It's riding that 9 EMA. How long do you stay in the trade? Till it's over, right? Till it gives me exit indicators. I tell you what, man, trading above the trading above the 200 is so much easier, for a buy position than trading below it. Missed. What did miss do? MIST. TNON. It's looking good, okay. Glad you called me after the move started. So I don't like these because I don't look at this as a buying indicator. I don't. Okay, and it's not because look, the MACD is closed. That's a fake out waiting to happen. So it's just going sideways right now. So TNON, no, TSLR. Missed. Golden cross. Okay. So golden cross. That's when good things happen. Avengers. Hold on. How is this? Wasn't I just up 14 cents in this? No, no, no. I just got a miss. I'm thinking UAMY, AUR. Okay, AUR is kind of holding. So TLSR. Is everybody going up right now? Going up? SL and O. So it look like this is the floor. That's how you do it. So this is the floor support for SL and O. So what do we have going on? We have price is above the 200. We know that because we have a blue here. Saw something. Got these long tails going on here. Long tail candle. Okay, so okay, here we are. This is a 3 cent candle, so 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 cents is what I would expect for a TSLL. Really not a ton of volume here. That's why it's moving so slow. 67,000. I should check the float on these as well. Two. So it's trading at 221. One. Get out of there. Looks like it's falling. Doji. Okay. AUR. 4 cents. What happened here? Did this drop below the 200? When did that happen? Or is that just where I've been this whole time? Somehow switched to the 5-minute chart. Okay. Okay. TSLL, TSLR. Got some both are sideways right now. That's the high. This is the high. TSLR. No, SL and O. What happened here? AUR. TSLL. That was a 11-cent candle. Okay, so okay, I do declare these are moving the same way. There's your resistance there. About to break. About to break. Broke through. Okay, good, good, good. So what's the high of day? Well, this is the high of day. That was a 11-cent candle, an 11-cent candle. TSLR. So two 11-cent candles in a row. Let's get the MACD to open up and make a final push. Look at this, 100% selling volume. I'm sorry, 100% buying volume. %, 100%. All right, I'm gonna, how far away is price from the 200? Well, shouldn't this tell me? It's 8, almost 9% away from the 200. So I think it's a good time to start thinking about taking profit. This is 95. Oh no, it's at $12. So let's go ahead and get out of Dodge. This is TSLL. About TSLR. Hmm. TSLR. Like it's struggling here. 1196. Set a take profit for. Oh, got some double tops here. Let's go ahead and exit stage right. Active trader. Okay, so we want to sell 102 shares at 19, 18, 1895, 1990, 19, see if we can get $19, 1995. Okay. Is that 1898? 19? Just leave it alone. All right, so same thing here. Okay, that started about to fall. Okay, let's get out active trader. Let's make that large so I can see. Okay, so it's at it's trading at 1190. Let's get out at 1190. Active trader, one share, 1190. All right, I'm out. So TSLR, wow, $200, nice. $1.50, nice. Okay. What other positions am I in? We're making another move. Both of them. Okay, where else am I? I am in UAMY and I am in AUR. Okay. Oh, okay. AUR, 11 cents. UAMY, 9. So that's both of those are good profitable. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my losses or secure the bag. So AUR, okay. $7.37. One share. And then UAMY, $2.43. $2.25, $2.43, $2.44. No, I'm above. Why am I still opening this? Did I buy instead of sell? Okay, let me get out of here. 244. Okay. What's going on with AUR? Ah, okay. So I bought 100 shares. fine. Just let it ride for a moment. So then to get out, I would have to sell 100 shares. Got to watch that. That's a bad mistake to make twice. Anything else that I'm in right now? So AUR is the only one that I'm in currently. So oh my goodness. I am 101 shares at $7.37. So 101 times 737 equals $744. So what is this BP effect? The price going up now? Where was all this move when oh my goodness. And that's wide open too. Okay, that's a doji there. MACD is still wide open, so it's probably going to continue up. So I meant to sell my position, which is what I did, but I thought I was selling one position. I did not confirm that I was selling 101. So I sold the one I had, but then I took a sell position for 102 for 101 shares. So now I am down for being up. Let's just have it come back down. It's been a good experience though because I've never sold. I've never taken a short position, so I would imagine the way to get out is to buy, right? 101 shares. That was a good move here. So, okay, let's talk. You have your candle in charge, which really isn't this one here. So here's your candle in charge here. It's the low candle that sparked the move. Now you do have these little pullbacks along the way, right? But so if the candle in charge is 1 cent and price started at, well, let's just say here where you got in, where it went, rose above the 200, the 20 got above, price got into the 20. Never been so eager for a price to fall. Okay, so AUR bearish crossover, good, good, good. Fall, fall, fall. Price, so you got in here. Here's your entry candle, right? So that is, if you look at the 9, that's a 2 cent candle right here, right? And so then 1, 2, 3 profit would be you risk the low of this candle here, but then you expect your profit to be 6 cents. And if you're doing a 1 to 5 ratio, then profit would be 10 cents. Okay, hold on. Speaking of profit, we are in profit now. Okay, price the 9 EMA. No, that's the MACD right here. So the MACD is closed. We have $2 in profit. We're just going to go ahead and get out now. So we want to buy 101. So then we want to, oh well, let's wait for that MACD to get nice and closed. 354. That was a big pop up. Were you going the wrong way? Fall. Was it 330, 334? Now we're going to get a candle in charge. Oh my goodness. But it's false. It better work against, it better work for me the same way it works against me. MACD is closed. You have strong selling volume. This is a false upward. This is the same move I would get caught on buying, and then it would fall even harder. So you better fall. Go down. Stop playing with me. Be consistent. Oh my goodness. Happened so quick. I was at $3 profit. Give me a good push down. It's gonna go up 2 candles and then it's gonna fall a little. Be ready. It's not what I'm ready for. Those are not strong reflection of selling candles. That's AUR. Okay. Are you really trying to go up? Come on. That looks like a new high candle. Where are we trading right now? 739. It's almost out. That was a nice strong red candle. Okay. The 9 EMA about to cross over. Okay, so 9 EMA crossing over. Selling strength is increasing. Like that double top there. All right, so we have stronger red candles. So it's gonna fall a little bit more. Go ahead and let that 9 EMA cross over the 20, and we are home free. That's not crossing. You're going the wrong direction. What are you doing? Where are your 3 soldiers? Plop. I'm gonna push them over the edge. Once the 9 EMA crosses over, then the move is over. Right. Okay, let's talk about the exit indicators now. So let's move here, going up, 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 up. Price is extended from. There we go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Um, Price is far, far away from the 200 EMA. price is far, far away from the 20 EMA. So it's going to come back. And so the first you have the exhausted, right? You have the distance. That's going to give you one indicator that, hey, at sooner or later, this ride's going to be over. What screams out to me also is that you get a long body doji. I don't know if I made that name up or not, but you get that, and you also get the next candle barely crosses higher, followed by a color change. Now, this could be a retracement. Then you get another doji here, or it could be a pullback. But then when you look at you're at the high of day, and the next candle, the doji, followed by a high volume red candle, and then a new lower low, followed by a small doji. You have the MACD is closed, and you have selling volume candles on the MACD. And then finally, you have that the 20 EMA, I'm sorry, the 9 EMA has crossed over the 20 EMA. And so all of that together gives us indication that the move is over, price is on its way down until it reverses again, right? And so yeah, it's just heading on down now. And I'm here, I'm on my first sell position, so I reckon I'll just sit here for a few moments and let it do its thing. But while we were talking about profits. So you get in here, this is your entry. You have your red. So okay, you have your low right here, right? Your momentum's going up, small little pullback. You have a 2-cent candle. Looking at the R right here, 2-cent candle. Your entry would be the next candle to make a high. So that would be right here, right? Your profit loss, if you're doing 1 to 3, then if you have a 2-cent candle and 1 to 3, so 3 times 2, that's 6 cents. You're looking for this to make a minimum of a 6-cent move. If you're doing 1 to 5, then you're looking for it to do a minimum of 10-cent move. Your risk is 2 cents. So if price goes below here, so if price goes here, 2 cent, boom, get out. Your reward, so price is at 220. So then you're looking at 22, 24, 26. This would be 3%. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 330 would be 5%. Right? That's what we're looking for. Minimum that we get more, great, but that's good profit right there. 1 to 3, 1 to 5. It actually got up to 146. So this was 1 to 5 right here. Did 146. So that's what from 220 to 746. That's a 28-cent move. Very good. We cut our losses. I think we got out early, but look at us now. $7. So on a mistake, a fat finger mistake. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, get out of this trade, and just do a quick review over the trades that we took today in this demo. Now, if it falls below the 200, oh, it's TikTok game lock. Where is the 200? 723 is where the 200 is. So now why? Well, I guess there was a lot more volume. Like, how did I get $30 on TSLR? But that was moving higher. This is only moving like a fraction per minute. So let me get rid of some of these here bars. Kind of like a new low. And so for a sell, it works the opposite for as far as your entry. So this is your candle in charge here. You get on the next candle to make a new high, or excuse me, make a new low. So this would be your entry. All right. $2.42. This is a 5-cent candle. Okay, so let's do it like that. So I got in early. But this 5-cent candle. So 1 to 3 would be 15 cents. 1 to 5 would be 25 cents per share. So if I'm looking to generate 25 cents per share, get my trusty old calculator. So I have 100 shares times 0.25. I'm looking at a $25 move at the end of it. And so let's see here. ABL, always be learning. Okay, so all right, so here's that. Duplicate. So this is my my candle in charge right here. All right, so I'm in at, let's just mark it out. So this is 5 cents at $7.42. So $7.42. 742 plus 15 cents equals 757 for 3%. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. So 742 minus 15 cents, so 727. That's 1 to 3. 742 minus 25 cents, 717. That's 1 to 5. Which basically takes us back down to what the old resistance was. With the original candle in charge for the buy. And so 100 shares times 0.25 is $25. So let's see if we are at 1 to 3 now, right? 1 to 3. Let's see, 100 shares. Hundred shares times 0.15 will be $15 at the 1 to 3. But it wouldn't be a real 1 to 3 because my entry was around here somewhere. Why is this showing that? Did that show negative $730? Okay, so let's just get out because that makes me a little nervous. I'm not. Okay, I got my 1 to 3. 2, got 220, 720. Let me go ahead and get out of here now. 722. Okay, it just crossed over the 200. Hold to your guns. So 722. 2 more cents, really? Are you about to mess up your profit for that? Yeah, because I gotta trust. Well, no, I'm not in a real. Well, no, it should still get there though. So is this moving at all, or is that just the amount of the trade? 7. So I got in at 737. Okay, that's what it was. Seven times one equals. Okay, that's moving down. Why is it going the opposite direction? So this is where I would be in the trade the wrong way, and I'm like, oh, please go up, go up, go up, go up. No, I'm waiting for asking for it to go down, right? But based on my experience on being on the wrong side of these trades, it will, it's below the 200 EMA. It's going to try to do a little quick draw up and then go down even harder. So 716. So about it, I changed my exit from 720 to 720 to 716. Granted, I could get out of this to so quick pullback and then flush. So it's trying to test the 200 EMA. Is that a doji, selling doji? So price tested the 200, So the 200 is resistance now. This was a 3-cent candle, 1-cent candle. We are trading at, price is currently at 720. So we need 4 cents to get to our take profit. It already tested 720. So now it's trying to break through 720. Boom, just broke through 720. On its way down to 716, and then we'll be out. Well, that's a hammer. I might want to get on out of here. That's the lowest low. Okay, so 719. Let's roll out. 719. I'm out. So I sold. No, 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 no. Okay, I doggone it. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Okay, buy 202. Buy at 719. Ah, get out, get out, get out. Don't go back up. Which way is it going? Which way is it going? Which way is it going? 721. Okay, so I'm out. My goodness. Hold on a second. All right, so I'm out of my position. I have fat fingered again towards the end where I was supposed to have been selling. The first time I've done it, I was supposed to have been selling 100 shares where I ended up buying. I was supposed to have been buying 101 shares. I ended up selling another. So my position went from 101 to 201. So how did that work here? All right, so that cleared everything out. AUR. All right, pretty good. So fat fingered here. So let's just go over real quick. So our stocks that we traded today. So we're done this quick wrap up. Trade, boom. All right, AUR. Let's go over this right here. That's what we are, where we are. When we look to get into a buy, we are looking to remove, 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 move. That was stressful towards the end. Imagine if this was a real account, I'm making that type of mistake. I guess if this act of the live account. Stop duplicating, remove. Okay. All right, so when getting into a trade, we're just going to talk buy because that's what I'm focused on right now. I'll learn selling another day, not today. So we're looking for a few things in our setup. One, we want the price to be above the 200 EMA. I have it set up on my chart where I have this bar here. If price is below the 200 EMA, then I don't even want to, I'm not going to consider an entry. I'll look at it to see how far away or how close price is to the 200 EMA and if a trade is setting up. So that's what we did here with AUR. We saw that price was approaching the 200 right here. Once price was above the 200, now we can monitor for the next part of this, which is for the 20 EMA to be above the 200. And then once 20 is above the 200, we want price to be above the 20. So how do we say it in another way? The simple way would be when entering a trade, we want 20 over the 200, price over the 20 and the 200, and then we're looking for the next candle to make a new high, right? And so that happened. The next candle to make a new high was here, but this move already started, so we would not want to get into a trade here because there's not a lot of profit to be made. The move has already happened. So what we want to do is wait for the reversal or wait for a pullback. It's not a reversal. Wait for a pullback, right? And so we have here, what's the high? Let's close these here. So is AUR on this? Where's AUR? It should be on one of these watch lists. Let's do this. We can add AUR. Okay. So AUR, it has a high at $7.47. That's what we're trying to look for. What's the high of the day? AUR 747. All right. And so in the pre-market, it hit a high of day of $7.33. Right. So this is the pre-market high here. And so enter into a trade. We do not want to get into a trade where we are so close to the earlier pre-market high. So this is where you have your, okay, so price crosses above the 200 here, right? Okay, here we are. Price crossed above the 200. Price, the 20 crosses above, prices above the 20 right here. But what is that? 221, not a lot for a room for much profit here. So we wait for the high, we wait for a pullback. We get a new candle in charge, which is here, but it's falling below. Starts to make a move. This is your next candle to make a new high. You get your entry right around here. In fact, your entry would be right around here. 719. Boom, you're in for your trade. Right, you have price is above the 20, price is above the 200. So that's what, $7.19. When price breaks 720, 721, you get in. And in fact, you might wait here for an extra confirmation for the MACD to open up, because you take the risk of price reversing on you. Here, the MACD is closed. So, but you see the volume candles are getting smaller. You're getting the selling volume candles are getting smaller, getting some momentum going, and boom, this would be your entry right here. You got a it's gray, so that's telling you it's your new, it's a higher high, and just ride that on up. Boom. This whole time the MACD is open. Take that to the, ride it on up all the way to the new high of day, pass through the high of day. Um, and then, so even with these flat tops here, right, you have these flat top candles, but you do not have a color change. You don't get your color change up until you've hit the new high of day, and boom, it goes a little lower, reverses. So you're going up the stairs, and now you're going down the stairs, and you just take that out. So technically, I was tired. I cut my losses early. Price continued to go back up. Realized that I did not get out of the trade. I actually bought 100 more shares, and so I just rolled that down. And so, but that's AUR. $14.27 profit for this sale here. Would have been like 15 cents with the initial one share. All right, TSLL. One share, $1.49 profit. What happened here? Started off below the 200 EMA. The market opened. So this gray side here is the pre-market. The white side is open market, 9:30. Made a little push. In fact, it made a good push 5 minutes before the market opened, getting to the 200 EMA. A small pullback at the 2 minutes after the open, testing the waters a little bit. Pullback, you get your low here, followed by a hammer. This is your next candle to make a new high. Enter at $10.71, $10.72 be a good entry point. You could scalp it. Boom, 10, 1073 to 11, or you could just keep it, ride it all the way. Why do we feel comfortable about this staying open even with these retracements? Well, because one, the MACD remains open, price is staying for the most part in or above the 9 EMA. So even if you didn't get in here and you just wait a little bit, but then saw that once all this happened, you have all these selling candles here, but the MACD remained open, price stayed at or above the 9 EMA. The 9 did not cross over the 20, and it was a good move, right? From what was this? Let's say you got in here from $10.74 all the way to $12. So that was what, $1.25 the entire time, price staying above. So why did I get out? I saw the exhaustion, the distance between price and the 200 EMA, the distance between price and the 9 and the 20. So, and we're a dollar and some dollar and 75 cents, $1.25 in profit. The momentum was getting smaller, the volume was getting smaller, and it was not going to continue. I didn't feel like it was going to continue up, cut my losses, right? And sure enough, it went ahead and reversed, started its way down, started getting lower lows, and then we knew that the move was officially over when the 9 crossed the 20. But even if, let's say you stayed in, okay, $1.25 is what the move gave. Let's say if you stayed, so 1204 down to when it crossed over 1183. So 1204 1204 minus 1183, that's 21 cents. Okay, so even if you waited until the 9 EMA crossed the 20 EMA, you gave back 21 cents to confirm that the move was over. That's still not bad. You brought in $1.25, you gave back 21. That's pretty good profit to confirm, because it could have, just like it's done earlier, it could have easily turned around and continued back up. And so I like that. TSLL, $1.49 profit off of one share. Cool. TNON. All right, first thing we're looking at is price above or below the 200 EMA. This started off above the 200 EMA, had some good momentum in the pre-market. All right. Well, let's say, well, no, I'm not going to say it had good momentum in the pre-market. 830 came above the 200. So say 256, 255 up to 275. So a 25-cent move, not bad. But then it remained above the 200 and then had a nice uh, spike up at the open. So 930, immediately get on in. 267 to 318. So 318 minus 267, that's 50 cents right there. Maybe get out, pull back a little bit, but you don't really have to because again the MACD is still open. Maybe take I don't know, that's I'll have to work on that. If it's better to just secure the bag, take profit, wait for the pullback, and then get back in. Right? Um, MACD is wide open. Crosses the MACD closes here, but price is still above. Well, it dips below here, but then comes back. Okay, so you get in for so maybe sell here, get in for another move here. Price, you're still above the 200. Price comes back above the 20 here. Get in for your trade, 298. Well, maybe this move may have been over. I think I got out of this around 10:30, 10:49, somewhere around there. Well, 9:45. So yeah, this move was over. So we rode that one. We got that one good. So good, good, good. Um, TNON, 36,000. I think this might have been from another. So looks good. TSLL. All right. I think this was the. Where am I? Okay, here it is. Zoom out a little bit. Did we already go over this one? I think we already went out. Yeah, it made its way up from. So TSLR. Very similar to TSLL though. I mean, approaching 5 minutes before the start of the market, it did a trace down and then fought hard to get to the 200 at the open. Did it maybe a minute into it. Let all this here work itself out. And then boom, at 9:39, you have your doji followed by a nice hammer and then another candle there. But here's your entry right here. Next candle to make a new high. $17, 1707, 1705. MACD is wide open. The 9 EMA prices above or riding it. And so just take it the whole time. It dips down a little bit with the 9. Comes real close. It just kisses it like ever so gently kisses it. Crosses underneath here, but comes immediately back. Price is just staying above or riding that, but it's bouncing. That's what it's doing. Price is just separating and bouncing off the 9. Separate, bounce off the 9. Separate, bounce off the 9. Bounces off the 20 a couple of times, but it's just boom, bouncing off the 9. Exponential moving average until we get to high of day. High of day, $19.02. What was the high of that candle here? $19.13. Wow. Um, High of day followed by a color change. And then price just slowly starts to go down. I will get caught up in this so many times, buying at the high or just before the high, thinking, "Oh man, I'm gonna get in on this move here," and then Price just slowly starts to go down, and then they give me something, and I think, okay, here it is, and next thing I know, I'm down, down, down. So TSLR moved very similar, pardon me, to TSLL. I fat fingered and ended up buying 100 shares instead of 1 share. And so the profit on that for the day, $193.90. Those are the big moves. UAMY, not a high dollar, you know, 19 cents, but the fundamentals are the same, right? 19 cents because it was 1 share. But what did we do? We waited for price to come above the 200. Once we got the 200, the 20, and price all in alignment with each other, the 20 on the top, the 200 in the middle, and the 20 on top, price on top, 20 in the middle, 200 on the bottom. Wait for our next candle, our color change, and next candle to make a new high. So enter right around here, 227. All right, because the high of this was 227, so 227, 228. We're good for an entry. So this is high I'm looking here, right, at where it says H. So the high here, 227. High here, 227. So maybe set the entry for 228. And then boom, just take it. Why didn't I not get out here? I have two flat tops, but although we had two flat tops, the MACD is still wide open here, and the 9 is still looking good. Price is still looking good above the 9. We get a color change, but again, MACD is still open, and price is just bouncing off. It's kind of testing $2.40, right, as the resistance level. So it boom, bounce off, hit it, bounce back down, hit it, and then right here it breaks through, test down once more, but then bounces on up, new high. What is the high of day? This is UAMY. UAMY. High is 747. What is it? 747. That's the high of day. And boom, let's take profit, get on out. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. This video went long, but hey, I'm learning, right? If you found value from it, leave me a comment on what it is that you liked about the video. If there were some things that you didn't like, this might be my first video to upload. And so, I'm always striving for improvement. If there's something that I can do better, let me know. Are you a trader? What are some things that you do that help you out? Are you looking to get into trading? Are you learning? Are you testing the waters? Are you taking your own journey? Where are you in your journey, right? And so, just putting myself out there. I started the year with a goal, a vision, and one thing about the time that we live in, anything can be learned in 2 years, 24 months, right? Malcolm Gladwell had his 10,000 hours, but I think with technology being so readily available, the information in order to um, take the correct action to reach those 10,000 hours is so readily available. And I'm excited. I wake up every morning. I'm at 6 o'clock, 5:30. I'm making my coffee. 6 o'clock. I'm putting my running my scanners and getting my charts together, my watch list. And I'm excited about this upcoming week. I feel that I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, and I can't wait to share what I'm learning and my success and my lessons with you all. So it's Will with candleincharge.com. Uh, I purchased the domain. I'll be building the website at some point. But here on YouTube, go ahead. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Um, and let me know what type of videos you guys are interested. What is this? 505% buy. Wow, my goodness. That's huge. EMA is 2% over price is 2% over the 200 EMA. Must have been even more over here, but anyway. So yeah, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified, all those other wonderful things that YouTubers say. And I look forward to growing with each of you in success with your trading. All right, Will P out.